Hello everyone, welcome to the analysis of SSC Combined Graduate Level Tier 1 examination held on 16th August 2015 afternoon shift. We have also provided the analysis and the answer key on the website of the Career Launcher. Coming to the pattern of the test, the pattern was similar to the last year, but the level of difficulty of the questions has decreased marginally. The pattern is as follows. There were 4 sections, each consisting of 50 questions. So in total there were 200 questions and the time provided was 120 minutes. The sections are General Intelligence and Reasoning, General Awareness, Quantitative Aptitude, English Comprehension. So coming to the level of difficulty of each section. First we have General Intelligence and Reasoning. The level of difficulty of questions in this section was easy to moderate. Anyone can have made a good attempt of 30 to 35 questions, expecting a good score of 30 to 32 marks, and that questions can be done approximately in the time limit of 30 to 35 minutes. The questions were mainly from the topic of visual reasoning, series, odd one out, analogy. The questions of the visual reasoning were much easier than the previous year, but the questions in the series and odd one out part was slightly difficult, but one could have attempted those questions if given enough time. Coming to the general awareness. In the general awareness section, a student can expect to attempt 20 questions, expecting a score of 15 to 18 marks, and the time that would be taken is around 20 minutes. The questions were moderately difficult. The main focus was on the science section, geography and miscellaneous GK. After that it was history and economics. The questions of the science section were of high level difficulty. There were some tricky questions as well, especially in the science section, but then a good attempt of 20 questions is possible. Coming to the quantitative part, most of the questions was of geometry, DI and the arithmetic part. The student can expect to attempt 30 questions, but the questions in this section were little time consuming, so he can expect a good score of 25 to 30. The time that would be taken is around 40 to 45 minutes. Coming to the English comprehension, the level of the questions was easy. A student can expect to easily attempt 35 questions and expect a good score of 30 to 35, taking a time around 25 minutes. The questions were mainly categorized under the vocabulary section and the grammar section. Coming to the quantitative aptitude part. This section comprised questions from a variety of topics, but the section was dominated mainly by arithmetic, that is time in work, profit loss, discount and time, speed and distance. And then geometry has around 12 questions. The correct answer for 2 questions of data interpretation set and 1 question of number system was not present in the options. There were also 1 incorrect option in algebra as it had multiple correct options. Coming to the breakup of this topic, we have questions of the number system that was easy to moderate. Coming to SICI, the questions were pretty simple and that too there was a 1 question. Coming to profit loss and discount, the questions were demanding calculation, but if you know the short tricks then they can be done in a minimal amount of time, and there were 4 questions from profit loss and discount. The question from ratio and proportion was fairly easy. The question of mixture and alligation was also easy. The questions based on averages were slightly of high level, but they can be done. The question from time and work were easy. The questions from geometry revolved around the basic concepts. If you know the basic concepts, then that questions can be done in no less time. And the questions from mensuration were also simple. Coming to DI, there were 7 questions, but the DI was very easy. Now, the questions from trigonometry are around 7 and the questions also very simple. Coming to algebra, the algebra part of this paper is like slightly tricky. The questions were time taking and there were around 8 questions. So overall, a person can expect to attempt around 30 to 35 questions, but the overall level was easy to moderate. The questions were slightly time taking, but if you know the short tricks, then that could be done in no less time. So let us start with the analysis of this paper, and I'll tell you about the short tricks in each and every question. The question is, a librarian purchased 50 story books for his library, but he saw that he could get 14 more books by spending rupees 76 more, and the average price per book would be reduced by rupees 1. The average price of each book he bought was. Actually, the price is reduced by rupees 1 and the original number of books was 50. Therefore, in overall, the price is reduced by rupees 50. So I can say 76 plus 50, that is equals to 126 is the total cost of 14 books. If 14 books cost 126 rupees, therefore each book was cost me rupees 9. This is the new price of each book, that is rupees 9. So the original price would be 9 plus 1, that is equals to 10, because the average price per book is reduced by rupee 1. Hence, my answer is option D. The next question is, study the following bar diagram and answer the questions. Electricity units consumed by a family in 2 consecutive years during July to November. The question is, the maximum difference in the units consumption between these 2 years has been found in the month of. From the bar diagram, I can clearly eliminate July, September and October. In August, the difference is 700 minus 500, that is 200. And in November, the difference would be 500 minus 200, that is 300. Hence, my answer for this question is option C. The next question is, in how many months in 2012 the consumption of electric units was more than the average units consumption in that year? From this bar diagram, the total number of units consumption in 2012 comes out to be 2200. So the average would be 2200 upon 5, that is equals to 440. From this bar diagram, I can see that in August and in July, the consumption is more than the average consumption. So my answer to this question is option B. The next question is, the total units consumption in the year 2013 during this 5 months in respect of the same in the previous year has been. From the bar diagram, I can see that in 2012 the consumption was 2200 and in 2013 the consumption came out to be 2300. So there is an increase of 100 units. So the percentage would be 100 upon 2200 into 100. That gives me approximately 4.5%. Hence our answer is not in the any of the options. The next question is, the average electric consumption by the family during this 5 months in 2013 is. The total consumption is 2300 units. So the average would be 23 upon 5, that is equals to 460 units. The answer is not given in any of the options. The next question is, the internal bisectors of a triangle ABC intersect at the internal bisectors of the angles B and C of the triangle ABC intersect at O. If angle A is equals to 100 degree, then the measure of angle BOC is. The measure of angle BOC would be given as 90 degree plus half of angle A, because O is the in-center of triangle ABC. That would give me 90 degree plus 50 degree or 140 degree. The answer to this question is option B. The next question is, the income of a state under different heads is given in the following pie chart. Study the chart and answer the questions. The first question is, if the income from the market tax in a year be rupees 165 crores, then the total income from other sources is. The contribution from the market tax is 33%. So I can say, if 33% is equals to 165 crores, then 1% is equals to 5 crores. So the remaining income would be 100 minus 33, that is equals to 67%. So the income is 67 into 5, that gives us the answer as 335 crores. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if the total income in a year be rupees 733 crores, then the income from income tax and excise duty is. The income from income tax and excise duty comes out to be 35 plus 10, that is equals to 45%. If the total income is 733 crores, then the income from income tax and excise duty will be 45% of 733. Solving this, we get 329.85 crores. Hence, the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, the central angle of the sector representing income tax is. The percentage for income tax out of 100 is 35%. So, 35 upon 100 into 360 gives us the angle as 126 degree. So, the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Diagonals AC and MIDI beat at P. If APB is equals to 110 degree and CBD is equals to 30 degree, then ADB measures. We have a quadrilateral ABCD. The diagonals are AC and BD. Angle APB is equals to 110 degree. CBD is equals to 30 degree. Now, angle DAC would be equal to angle CBD because the angles in the same segment are equal. Using this, we get APD is equals to 180 minus 110 degree. That would give me 70 degree. Now, in triangle ADP, I can have 30 degree plus 70 degree is equals to 100 degree. So, angle ATP would be equal to 180 degree minus 100 degree. That would give me as answer as 80 degree. So, the correct option is option C. The question is, a circular swimming pool is surrounded by a concrete wall 4 meter wide. If the area of the concrete wall surrounding the pool is 11 by 25 that of the pool, then the radius of the pool is. Here we can say that pi r plus 4 whole square minus pi r square upon pi r square is equals to 11 by 25, where r is the radius of the swimming pool. Using this equation, I'll get r plus 4 whole square upon r square is equals to 36 by 25. This gives me r plus 4 upon r is equals to 6 by 5. From this, I get the radius of the swimming pool as 20 meters. So, my answer to this question is option B. The next question is, if a plus b minus c is equals to 14, then the value of this expression is. Let us take the value of a as 8, b as 6 and c as 0. 8, 6 and 0 are satisfying this equation. We get an answer and the answer is a negative answer which is not available in any of the options. Let us take another combination, that is 6, 8, 0. At this combination we get a different answer, that is also a negative answer. So, this is not available in any of the options. Let us move to the next question. Given that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, if area of triangle PQR upon area of triangle ABC is equals to 256 upon 441 and PR is equals to 12 centimeter, then AC is equal to. As we all know that if two triangles are similar, then the ratio of their areas is equal to squares of their corresponding sides. Therefore, PR square upon AC square is equals to 256 upon 441. Through this, we get PR upon AC is equals to 16 upon 21. Now, PR is given as 12 centimeter. Now, using this, we get AC is equals to 15.75 centimeter. Hence, the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, the value of the following expression is 3 sin 4 theta plus cos 4 theta can be written as sin square theta plus cos square theta whole square minus 2 sin square theta cos square theta plus 2 sin 6 theta plus cos 6 theta can be written as sin square theta plus cos square theta whole cube minus 3 sin square theta cos square theta plus 12 sin square theta cos square theta. The value of sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Therefore, we get 3 minus 6 sin square theta cos square theta plus 2 minus 6 sin square theta cos square theta plus 12 sin square theta cos square theta. This gets cancelled out. We get the answer as 3 plus 2, that is 5. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is the value of this expression is. When we count the decimal places of the numerator and the denominator, that comes out to be same. So that is cancelled out. So the value of this expression would be 18 square is 324, 9 square is 81, 68 square is 4624 upon 125 square is 15625, 17 square is 289, 27 square is 729 and 8 square is 64. Using this we get 3 upon 125, which is equal to 0.024. Hence the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, if x is equals to root 5 minus root 3 upon root 5 plus root 3 and y is equals to root 5 plus root 3 upon root 5 minus root 3, then the value of this expression is. I can simplify x as, by rationalizing it, root 5 minus root 3 whole square upon 2, which is equal to 8 minus 2 root 15 upon 2. Similarly, the value of y can be simplified as 8 plus 2 root 15 upon 2. The value of xy is equals to 1. Now, the expression becomes x square plus y square plus 1 upon x square plus y square minus 1. Putting the value of x and y in this expression, we get our answer as 63 upon 61. Hence, the answer to this question is option C. The next question is, the simplified value of the given expression is. In this, if I consider this expression as a, this would also be a, this as b, b divided by a, b. I can say it is a square minus b square upon ab, or it is equal to a upon b minus b upon a. Simplifying the values, we get 111 upon 91 minus 91 upon 111. This will give me 111 whole square minus 91 whole square upon 111 into 91. This will give me 111 into 91. This is not the answer in any of the options. So our correct answer is not any of the options. The next question is, two towers A and B have lengths 45 meter and 15 meter respectively. The angle of elevation from the bottom of the B tower to the top of the A tower is 60 degree. If the angle of the elevation from the bottom of the A tower to the top of the B tower is theta, then the value of sin theta is. We have two towers, that is 45 meter and 15 meter. This is tower A, this is tower B. The angle of elevation to the top of tower A from bottom of tower B is 60 degree, and this angle is given as theta. As the base is same, so we can write tan 60 upon tan theta is equals to 45 upon 15. This cancelled out as 3. Tan 60, the value of tan 60 is root 3. So we get the value of tan theta as 1 upon root 3. The value of tan theta is 1 upon root 3 at theta is equals to 30 degree. So the value of sin 30 will be sin 30 degree, that is equals to half. So the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, AB and CD are two parallel chords of a circle lying on the opposite side of the center, and the distance between them is 17 centimeter. The length of AB and CD are 10 centimeter and 24 centimeter respectively. The radius of the circle is. We have a circle with two chords, AB and CD. The length of AB is 10 centimeter. The length of CD is 24 centimeter. The distance between them is 17 centimeter. We have a center O. So OC would be equal to radius of the circle. OA is also equal to R. Now this is equals to 5. Let this point be E and this point be F. AE is equals to 5 and CF is equals to 12. Now I can split 17 as 12 plus 5 because 5, 12 and 13 form a triplet. So here we have OE is equals to 12 centimeter and OF is equals to 5 centimeter. From this triplet we get that R is equals to 13 centimeter. Hence the answer to this question is option C. The next question is, if sec theta plus tan theta is equals to 2 plus root 5, then the value of sin theta is sec theta plus tan theta is given as root 5 plus 2. As we all know, sec square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. Therefore, sec theta minus tan theta comes out to be root 5 minus 2. Now using equation 1 and 2, we get the value of sec theta as root 5. If sec theta is root 5, then cos theta is 1 upon root 5, and from this we get the value of sin theta as 2 upon root 5. Hence, the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, if two numbers are in the ratio 2:3, then the ratio becomes 3:4 when 8 is added to both the numbers. Then the sum of the two numbers is. Now, we are given the sum of the two numbers in the options. So, in this, if I add 16 in every option, then that number should be divisible by 7 because that number is divided in the ratio of 3:4, that is 7. So, 80 plus 16 would give me 96. That is not a multiple of 7. 10 plus 16 gives me 26. That is also not a multiple of 7. 40 plus 16 gives me 56. That is a multiple of 7. Coming to the D option, 100 plus 16 gives us 116. That is also not a multiple of 7. Hence, the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, a conical iron piece having diameter 28 cm and height 30 cm is totally immersed into the water of a cylindrical vessel, resulting in the rise of water level by 6.4 cm. The diameter in centimeter of the vessel is. We are asked about the diameter. Therefore, from this question we get that the volume of the conical piece would be equal to the volume of the cylindrical vessel. Pi gets cancelled. The diameter of the conical iron piece is given as 28. So this would become 1 by 3 into 14 into 14. The height is given as 30 centimeter is equals to r square into 6.4 centimeter. From this we get the radius of the conical cylindrical vessel as 35 by 2 centimeter. Now 35 by 2 centimeter is also given in the question, but we have to make sure that we have to calculate the diameter. So it would be 2 times radius. So the answer would be option A. The next question is, average weight of 3 men A, B, C is 84 kgs. Another man D joins the group and the average now becomes 80 kg. If another man E, whose weight is 3 kgs more than that of D, replaces A, then the average weight of B, C, D and E becomes 79 kg. The weight of A in kgs is. From this ABC, the average weight of ABC is 84 kgs. When D joins, the weight is reduced. The average weight is reduced by 4 kgs. So in all, I can say that the average weight, total weight is reduced by 12 kgs. So the weight of D comes out to be 80 minus 12, that is equals to 68 kgs. Now the weight of E is 3 kgs more than that of this. Therefore the weight of E is 71 kgs. Now we have that A plus B plus C plus D is equals to 80 kg and B plus C plus D plus E is equals to 79 kgs. The total weight would be 80 into 4 and their total weight would be 79 into 4. Subtracting this we get A minus E is equals to 1 into 4. The weight of E is 71 kgs. Therefore, we get the weight of A as 71 plus 4, that is 75 kgs. Hence, the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, two alloys contain tin and iron in the ratio of 1:2 and 2:3. If the two alloys are mixed in the proportion of 3:4 respectively by weight, the ratio of tin and iron in the newly formed alloy is. Now we have 3 into 1 by 3, that is the weight of 10, and plus 4 into 2 by 5 is 2, 3 into 2 by 3 plus 4 into 3 by 5. This would be the weight of 10 and this would be the total weight of iron. Calculating these both the sides, we get our answer as 13:22. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if 1 plus cos square theta is equals to 3 sin theta cos theta, then the integral value of cot theta is. Now as we can see that there is an option available that is equals to 1, and cot theta is 1 when theta is equals to 45 degree. Let us try this equation with theta is equals to 45 degree. If it satisfies the equation, then our correct answer would be option B. So 1 plus 1 upon 2 is equals to 3 into half 1 upon root 2 into 1 upon root 2. The equation is satisfying with theta is equals to 45 degree. Therefore, the value of cot theta is 1. Hence, the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, if the discount of 10% is given on the mark price of a radio, the gain is 20%. If the discount is increased to 20%, the gain is. We have that CP over MP will be equal to 100 minus discount percentage upon 100 plus profit percentage. Using this, we get the ratio of CP upon MP as 100 minus 10, that would be equal to 90, upon 100 plus profit, that is equals to 120. From this, we get the ratio as 3 by 4. Now the ratio remains same. 3 by 4 is equals to 100 minus 20 upon 100 plus T. So we get 80. So 100 plus P would be equal to 320 upon 3. From this, we get the profit percentage as 62 by 3%. That is 20 by 3%. So the correct answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if x square plus y square plus z square is equals to 2 times x plus z minus 1, then the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube is. We have x square plus y square plus z square is equals to 2x plus 2z minus 2. Now we can say that x square plus 1 minus 2x plus y square plus z square minus 2z plus 1 is equals to 0. This forms x minus 1 whole square plus y square plus z minus 1 whole square is equals to 0. Now this expression would be equal to 0 only if x is equals to 1, y is equals to 0 and z is equals to 1. Putting the values of x, y, z in the expression, we get 1 cube plus 0 plus 1 cube. This gives us the answer as 2. So the correct option is option D. The next question is, if sec theta plus tan theta divided by sec theta minus tan theta is equals to 51 by 79, then the value of sin theta is. Sec theta plus tan theta upon sec theta minus tan theta could be written as 1 plus sin theta upon 1 minus sin theta. The right hand side would be equal to 209 upon 79. Now solving for sin theta from this expression, we get sin theta is equals to 130 upon 288, or it is 65 upon 144. Hence the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, a dealer buys an article listed at rupees 100 and gets successive discounts of 10% and 20%. He spends 10% of the cost price on transportation. At what price should he sell the article to earn a profit of 15%? We have the CP as 100 rupees. After the discount of 10%, the new price comes out to be 90 rupees. After again a discount of 20%, the price comes out to be 72 rupees. Now he spent the 10% of this cost price on transportation. The 10% of this cost price would be equal to 7.2. So the total CP comes out to be 79.2 rupees. In order to gain 15%, the SP should be equal to 79.2 into 115%. From this we get the RSP as 91.08 rupees. So the correct option to this question is option B. The next question is, if x plus 1 by x is equals to 1, then the value of this expression is. X plus 1 by x is given as 1. From this we can say x square minus x plus 1 is equals to 0. Now I can split this expression as 2 upon x square minus x plus 1 plus 1. The value of this is calculated as 0. So we get our answer as 2 upon 1, hence 2. So the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, if tan A plus cot A is equals to 2, then the value of tan A plus cot tan A is. Tan A plus cot A could be written as tan A plus 1 upon tan A. The value of this is given as 2. Now this expression is equal to 2 only if both of the terms are equal to 1. So we get the value of tan A as 1, the value of cot A as 1. Putting the value in the given expression, we have 1 to the power 10 plus 1 to the power 10. This gives us the answer as 2. So the correct option is option C. The next question is, a shopkeeper allows a discount of 10% on the mark price of a camera, which costs him rupees 600 to make a profit of 20% should be. As we know, CP upon MP is given as 100 minus discount percentage upon 100 plus profit percentage. So the CP is given as rupees 600, mark price we have to calculate, 100 minus 10 will be 90 and 100 plus 20 would be 120. This would be 3 by 4. 3 into 200 is equals to 600. So the mark price comes out as rupees 800. So the correct answer to this question is option B. The next question is, A and B together can do a piece of work in 30 days. B and C together can do it in 20 days. A starts the work and works on it for 5 days. Then B takes up and works for 15 days. Finally, C finished the work in 18 days. The number of days in which C alone can do the work when doing it separately it. A and B together completed the work in 30 days. B and C together in 20 days. Let me say the total work units be LCM of 30 and 20, that is 60. So A and B together are doing 2 units per day and B and C are doing 3 units per day. Now we have that A worked on it for 5 days and B worked on it for 15 days. So I can say A and B together worked on it for 5 days. Together they completed 10 units. Similarly, B worked on it for remaining 10 days and C worked on it for 18 days. So B and C together worked on it for 10 days. So they completed 30 units. Together 40 units have been completed. The remaining 20 units is done by C in 8 days. So if 20 units is done by C in 8 days, so the total amount of work, that is 60 units, will be done in 24 days when doing it separately. So the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, the value of the following expression is cos 24 degree plus cos 55 degree. Now cos 125 degree could be written as cos 180 degree minus 55 degree. Cos 204 degree could be written as cos 180 degree plus 24 degree, plus cos 300 degree could be written as cos 360 degree minus 60 degree. Cos 180 minus theta comes out to be minus cos theta. Cos 180 plus theta comes out to be minus cos theta. Cos 360 minus theta is cos theta. So we get cos 24 degree plus cos 55 degree minus cos 55 degree minus cos 24 degree plus cos 60 degree. This gets cancelled out. This is also cancelled out. So we are left with cos 60 degree and the value of cos 60 degree is half. So the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, if A, B and C can complete a work in 6 days, if A can work twice faster than B and thrice faster than C, then the number of days C alone can complete the work is. If A is working twice faster than B and thrice faster than C, so I can say if in a day A completes 6 units, then B completes 3 units and C does 2 units of that work. So in a day, together they complete 11 units of the work, and the total number of days taken by them is 6 days. So the total work units comes out to be 66. Now C does 2 units per day. So if 2 units are done in 1 day, so the 66 units will be done in 33 days. So the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, a dealer sold a bicycle at a profit of 10%. Had he brought the bicycle at 10% less price and sold it at a price of rupees 60 more, he would have gained 25%. The cost price of the bicycle is. Now let me suppose the cost price of the bicycle be rupees 100. It was sold at a profit of 10%, so SP would be 110. If he had brought the bicycle at 10% less price, so the new price would be equal to 90 rupees. Then he would have gained 25%. 25%, that means 5 by 4. This comes out to be 112.50. This is our new SP. So the difference between them is equals to 2.5 rupees. 2.5 rupees is the difference when the cost price was equal to rupees 100. So if actual difference is equals to rupees 60, then we get 100 upon 2.5 into 60, and this gives us the cost price as rupees 2400. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if x is equals to z is equals to 225 and y is equals to 226, then the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is. This is equals to x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus xz, or this could be written as equal to half of x plus y plus z x minus y whole square plus y minus z whole square plus z minus x whole square. Now we have, this is equals to half of 225 plus 226 plus 225. X minus y would give us 1, y minus z whole square will also give us 1, and z minus x whole square will give us 0. So this 2 gets cancelled with this 2, and the answer is the sum of 225 plus 226 plus 225, and that is equals to 676. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, AC is a transverse common tangent to two circles with centers P and Q and radii 6 cm and 3 cm at the point A and C respectively. If AC cuts PQ at point B and AB is equals to 8 cm, then the length of PQ is. In triangle APB, we have 6 cm, 8 cm. Using Pythagoras, we can calculate PB as 10 cm. Now, APB's triangle is similar to triangle BQC. Therefore, 6 upon 3 will be equal to 10 upon QB. So, QB comes out as 5 cm. So the total length of PQ is equals to PB plus BQ, and that is equals to 10 plus 5 or 15 cm. Hence the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, the percentage of metals in a mine of lead ore is 60%. Now the percentage of silver is 3 by 4% of metals and the rest is lead. If the mass of the ore extracted from this mine is 8000 kgs, the mass of lead is. Now the total mass extracted is 8000 kgs and the percentage of metals is 60% of this. So we get the total metals as 4800 kgs. Now the percentage of silver is 3 by 4th of this. So we get the silver as 36 kgs and the rest is lead. So subtracting 36 from 4800, we get 4764 kgs, and this is the mass of lead. So the answer to this question is option C. The next question is, if x square plus x is equals to 5, then the value of x plus 3 whole cube plus 1 upon x plus 3 whole cube. Now in this question, I can write x as 3x minus 2x. So the expression becomes x square plus 3x is equals to 2x plus 5. Adding 1 on both the sides, I get x square plus 3x plus 1 is equals to 2 times x plus 3. Now subtracting the expression on left hand side by x plus 3, we get x square plus 3x upon x plus 3 plus 1 upon x plus 3 is equals to 2. From this x gets cancelled, x plus 3 gets cancelled and the remaining is x. X plus 1 upon x plus 3 comes out to 2. Now to make it as x plus 3, we add 3 on both the sides. So we get x plus 3 plus 1 upon x plus 3 is equals to 5. So we have a plus b is equals to 5 and we are asked to find a cube plus b cube. That would be equal to 5 cube minus 3 into 5. So it would be 125 minus 15 or 110. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, O is the circumcenter of triangle ABC. If angle BAC is equals to 85 degree, BCA is equals to 75 degree, then angle OAC is equal to. We have a circle. There is a triangle ABC. O is the circumcenter. Now, angle BAC is given as 85 degree. Angle BCA is given as 75 degree. This adds up to 160 degree. So, angle ABC is equals to 20 degree. If angle ABC is equals to 20 degree, then angle at the center would be twice of 20 degree, or I can say 40 degree. Now, we have to find angle OAC. Angle OAC would be equal to angle OCA because OA and OC are radius and these are equal. So 40 plus 2x is equals to 180 degree. Therefore we get x is equals to 70 degree. Hence the answer to this question is option A. The next question is, a train leaves station A at 5 am and reaches station B at 9 am on the same day. Another train leaves station B at 7 am and reaches station A at 10:30 am on the same day. The time at which the two trains cross one another is: first train takes 4 hours to complete the journey, second train takes 3.5 hours to complete the journey. Now let us assume that the distance between the two stations is the LCM of 4 and 3.5, that is 14 kilometers. If 14 kilometers is the distance, then the speed of this train would be equal to 3.5 kilometers per hour and the speed of second train would be equal to 4 kilometers per hour. So, as second train starts at 7 am, by that time the first train has travelled for 2 hours. So, in 2 hours it has travelled a distance of 7 kilometers. Coming to the third hour, at 8 am, train A would be at 10.5 kilometers from A and train B would be 4 kilometers from B, or I can say it has just passed the train A. So the time would be, the time at which the two trains cross one another would be slightly less than 8 am, and as I can see that the D option is 7:56 am, that perfectly suits the condition. Therefore the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, the area of the triangle formed by the graphs of the equations x equal to 4, y equal to 3 and the equation of a line that is 3x plus 4y equal to 12. We get x equal to 4 from this and y equal to 3. Simply we can say that it is the area of the triangle that is formed by these lines. So the area of a triangle is half into base into height, where the base is 3 and the height is, where the base is 4 and the height is 3. So we get half into 3 into 4, or I can say 6 square units. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if the area of the base, height and volume of a right prism be 3 root 3 by 2 p square centimeter square, 100 root 3 centimeter and 7200 centimeter cube respectively, then the value of p will be. The volume of a prism is given as area of the base into height. So the area of the base is given as 3 root 3 by 2 p square. the height is given as 100 root 3 centimeter and the volume is given as 7200. From this we get the 100 gets cancelled out. This is 3 into 3 9. 9 8 is 72. So I get p square is equals to 16. When p square is equals to 16, p will be equal to 4. So the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, if 4a minus 4 upon a plus 3 is equals to 0, then the value of a cube minus 1 upon a cube plus 3 is. I can say a minus 1 upon a would be equal to minus 3 by 4. So I have to find the value of a cube minus 1 upon a cube. That would be minus 3 by 4 whole cube plus 3 into minus 3 by 4 plus 3. Now I have minus 27 by 64 minus 9 by 4 plus 3, or I can say minus 27 by 64 plus 3 by 4. From this we get the value as 21 upon 64. Hence the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, two pipes A and B can fill a tank with water in 30 minutes and 45 minutes respectively. The water pipe C can empty the tank in 36 minutes. First A and B are opened. After 12 minutes C is opened. Total time in minutes in which the tank will be filled up is. The total volume of the tank is taken as the LCM of 30, 45 and 36. That comes out to be 180 units. Now A can fill the tank with 6 units per minute, B can fill 4 units per minute and C can empty 5 units in a minute. The total work done by all the 3 pipes will be 5 units per minute. Now for the first 12 minutes A and B were opened, so the total units filled by them will be 10 units and they worked for 12 minutes. That means 120 units were filled by them. The remaining units are 180 minus 120, that are 60, and that would be filled up as 5 units per minute. That would take 12 minutes to fill up the tank. So the total time taken will be 12 minutes earlier plus 12 minutes now, that is equal to 24 minutes. So the answer to this question is option B. The next question is, the speed of a boat in Stillwater is 6 km per hour and the speed of the stream is 1.5 km per hour. A man rows to a place at a distance of 22.5 km and comes back to the starting point. The total time taken by him is. The speed downstream will be equal to 6.1.5, that would be equal to 7.5. The speed upstream would be equal to 6 minus 1.5, that is equals to 4.5. So the total time taken will be 22.5 plus upon 7.5 plus 22.5 upon 4.5. This gives us 3 hours and this gives us 5 hours. So the total time taken is equals to 8 hours. So the correct option is option B. The next question is, O is the incenter of a triangle PQR and QPR is equals to 50 degree. Then the measure of QOR is. We have a triangle. We have a triangle PQR. O is the incenter. If QPR is given as 50 degree, then QOR will be equal to 90 degree plus half of angle P, and that would be equal to 90 degree plus 25 degree. That gives us the answer as 115 degree. So the correct option is option D. The next question is, in triangle ABC, D and E are two midpoints of sides AB and AC respectively. If angle BAC is equals to 40 degree and ABC is equals to 65 degree, then CED is. We have a triangle ABC. D is the midpoint of side AB, E is the midpoint of side EC. Now as we know that DE would be parallel to BC. This is given as 40 degree, this is given as 65 degree. So we get this angle as 75 degree. Now angle DEC plus 75 degree is equals to 180 degree, as DE and BC are parallel lines. So we get angle DEC is equals to 105 degree, or angle CED is equals to 105 degree. Hence the answer to this question is option D. The next question is, Ram deposited a certain sum of money in a company at 12% per annum simple interest for 4 years and deposited equal amount of fixed deposit in a bank for 5 years at 15% per annum simple interest. If the difference in the interest from two sources is rupees 1350, then the sum deposited in each case is. For in the first case, we have 12% as the rate of interest for 4 years. So the total rate of interest would be 48%. In the second case, we have 5 years and 15% as the rate of interest. So the total rate of interest would be 75%. The difference between them is equals to 27%. So we have 27% of the principal is equals to 1350. From this we get our principal as rupees 5000. So the answer to this question is option A. Thank you.